Hello everyone, it's Uchi2 here. Just wanted to hop on and talk a little bit about PTS Sasuke's moveset. Of course, I did also want to say thank you so much for the incredible feedback on Teaser 5 so far. I did not expect it to get that many views. I mean, it's not a super lot, but it's definitely way more than my other trailers got, and that was unexpected. So thank you guys so much for the positive reception. I am really happy with that trailer now. Which is why I'm making this video, to kind of go a little bit more into depth on the development of PTS Sasuke. So I'm actually really glad that I did him in advance, because when I was developing him, that's how I discovered some of those bugs that I showed off. Like when I was developing his 4B and he went backwards, I had teleported with Naruto in the, I honestly think it was an accident. Turn off this block. When I did that, he actually had teleported in front of him, and I was like, you should not be that, no, you're supposed to go behind. And it ended up being a whole thing. I was like, but anyway, I figured it out, obviously, now, as it works fine. But that's how I discovered that. So I'm really grateful for that. I also found much easier ways to develop movesets. It took me way faster to develop Sasuke's moveset than Naruto's, and even when I was about 90% done, I found an even better way to do it. So I am so glad I started working on him now. This will streamline the moveset creation process moving forward. I'll be able to create movesets. I mean, I think I could complete a full character maybe 1 to 2 weeks. I'm not even kidding, for a full character. That's like record speed. The most time-consuming part is animations. So, yeah, I found a more efficient way to do animations too, and to make them look better, like way better, as I showed off with their new punching animations. That actually came from Sasuke. The original Naruto punching animations were kind of gross. Like, look at his third one. Like, that looks disgusting. I'll eventually redo it. But the first 2 punches actually come from Sasuke. They use the same movesets in Clash of Ninja, same animations in Clash of Ninja for that. So when I was finished with Sasuke, I was like, this looks so much better. I'm adding these to Naruto. So the new animation process makes them look way better. I can do animations a little bit quicker than I did when I was doing Naruto. And they transition much smoother, so everything is just more polished about the new animation process. Like, to me, honestly, this combo looks perfect to me. Like, I could, if you showed me that versus the original game, I don't think you would be able to tell the difference. And that, to me, I love. Like, just all of Sasuke's combos look beautiful to me. Like, I don't think you can really tell the difference between these and the in-game ones. Maybe I'm just being cocky, let me know in the comments. But I love Sasuke's animations. That one's a little bit weird, but that's like the only one that was weird. Everything else I thought looked great. Anyway, I found all those efficiencies from developing Sasuke's moveset to streamline the process. I added in, I streamlined the process for teleports. I keep forgetting I added that in. So, yeah, the teleporting move was really cool. Basically, it's just 2 phases. The first phase is turning and disappearing. Then he teleports and plays the second part of the animation. So, very easy there. The interesting part about developing his moveset were the more advanced combos. Naruto just has basically, his moveset's just a bunch of basic moves. His only kind of special moves is his 2A, which the first one summons a shadow clone, and if you hold it, it summons himself, which is just a teleporting move. I incorporated What? What was that? Well, I don't know what's happening there. That's a bug. I don't, what? Well, I'll figure out what's going on with that at some point. Never seen that before. Well, hey guys, bugs. That may just be because we're using the editor. I'm not sure. Well, anyway, hopefully it's in the editor. I'll figure it out later. Anyway, that's Naruto's only move. That was complex. Oh, so it's something with his 2A. Okay, I gotta check that out and see what's going on with that. 2A causes this to happen. Well, anyway, back to movesets. Basically, Naruto's movesets are not that complex. Sasuke has 2 complex moves. The most complex was his 4B. It turns you backwards. That was actually really difficult to do. I still don't remember how I did it to get it to work right, but it took me a long time to get that to work right from a coding standpoint and making sure that the animation lines up as well. because the way the whole game tracks if you're backwards or not is very tricky. So to get it to switch mid combo is really tricky to do, but I got it to work. The second one is 2B. When you use 2B in the original game, I discovered after the fact that they actually added blocking frames while in the air. Normally you don't gain your block back until the combo has, your recovery frames, and then you can start back blocking. But because this leaves you in the air so long, like if you were to guard that, you'd immediately be able to just basically kill them right there and start an attack. I couldn't do my 8A. So I found out a way to incorporate blocking to start while you're in the air. So that way it's more like it was in Revolution 2, so you can't just be punished by that. So those were two of the complex things that I added, and so this means that I'll be able to add more things like that in the future. I think Deidara has a combo that does the same thing where he jumps on the other side and turns around. So when I develop that move for Deidara, I can base it off of Sasuke's 4B. But everything else is the same as Rev 2 basically. So yes, it's 5B, his 4B, his 6B, his 2B, his JB, and his RB. So all of these are in the game. Same thing with his 2A, 5A, 4A, his JA, and the new Run A. I'll talk about that in a minute. So all of his moves are here. I added in a few new strings, like for example at the end of this you can use you can use kunai instead if you want to. I added in a couple of extra paths for his 6A or 6B. Same thing for his 2B. Added in some new ones for that as well. So there's just new combo strings in general, different combo paths. I just say explore everything, see what you can do. His 2AA, I added in this to the end. So yeah, just see what you can do. I forgot what all I added, so check it out and see what he can do. And then of course the more important ones are going to be his new attack. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Demon Wind Shuriken. So this attack, if you try to block it, it's an instant guard break. Let me turn off Naruto's block. If you don't block it, it's a stunning attack. So it's very easy to set up for combos if you do it like that. So it's a really great attack to use. The other thing too is just be careful with it because it's very easy. It has significant punishment frames if they anticipate that you're using it. You see that? Because it's such a long animation. If they're anticipating it, they can just go right around you and start their own attack. So it's definitely not something to spam and something to use carefully. But basically, they have to dodge it or they have to guard against it. And the thing about guarding a guard break attack is guarding against a guard break attack does work, but it depletes your chakra completely when you do that. So yeah, it's kind of like a big sacrifice. So the best thing to do is if they throw it is to dodge it and then try to punish it. So you just have to anticipate it. So it's a great attack. I think it's a great addition. This is actually the first official new animation that I'm adding into the game. So I watched the anime, and then I actually had to physically choreograph it myself and then replicate it. I think it looks pretty great. You can see on the top, a little bit closer in here on the bottom too. The shuriken actually unfolds as he's doing the attack. So just a little neat feature that you can't really see all the time during the full game. But yeah, the shuriken's actually unfolding as he's throwing it. And then by the time he spins around, it's fully expanded. Added those kind of just whirls just for fun. And then he throws it. And it has a pretty big hitbox too. So it's not very easy to dodge. But yeah. And I love the way the lines look down here. It just looks so cool as they whirl past. Anyway, that's the Demon Wind Shuriken. I think the animation looks pretty great myself. First official animation did from the ground up. It was very time consuming, but I got it to work. Ooh, this video's getting long. So anyway, that's basically his moveset. The only other things I changed was, of course, you all know from the trailer, he no longer has an 8B. I'm going to add in a new 8B combo later. It's adapted from the anime. You guys will be familiar with it when I show it to you. So I'm going to add in a new 8B combo. And then I changed his special throw into Pile Driver. Of course, Revolution 2 and GNT4 didn't have special throws, so I just went on and changed. Pile Driver was always more of a throw to me than a move, so I just moved it over to the Y button instead of his 8B. And I also, of course, made it his air throw. Boom. So definitely helps guard against in the air. I love this attack. Just the things you can do with this. I missed it! But that's my favorite attack to do. Do a kunai throw into a 6B. Combo cancel it, and then into an air combo. I love that. Such a great combo that you can only do in my game. You cannot do that in GNT4 or Rev 2. Beautiful and just so satisfying to use that combo. But yeah, that's Sasuke's base moveset. I will change how much time do I have? Okay, like a minute. So base Sasuke's move is almost done. The only moves I'm missing is his 6A, which is Fireball Jutsu. So as soon as I add Fireball Jutsu, I'll add that in. And his, of course, his new 8B combo. Those are the only 2 moves that I need to add in, and his moveset's done. As far as Sharingan Sasuke goes, I'll add that in Season 2. He will get some new moves. The only change I'm going to make to base Sasuke is in Clash Ninja 1, the original, he actually, Sasuke threw Kunai. And then in Clash Ninja 2, I believe, it's when they changed it over to Shuriken. I'm actually going to change it back in my game. So instead of throwing Kunai, I'm going to add in, or throwing Shuriken, I'm going to add in Kunai. Kunai a little bit slower, but stronger. So I'm going to add in Sasuke's Kunai as his standard base 5A, and then when you activate Sharingan, then he'll use Shuriken, just so you have more variances, and then he'll have a few more combo paths and different combos to use in Sharingan mode, just to give you more of a reason to transform. And of course, we all know I'm not making CS2 Sasuke a second character. He will also be able to transform into CS2 Sasuke when he enters Crisis mode, so when Naruto hits the threshold here, he'll be able to go into CS2, which will also have a couple of new moves and new combos. We won't talk about Jutsu for now. Oh, everyone's getting new Jutsu. But anyway, this is base Sasuke.